Hello there, YouTube. Father Tyler Johnson here with a new segment of my channel. This is called Sweatin Bullets. And yes, that is spelled sweatin without the G, just for fun. I don't know. I'm just being goofy. But in this segment, I'm going to be sharing with you real stories, moments from my ministry where I was figuratively sweating bullets. So the first story that I want to share with you is when I was celebrating a baptism. This is the ritual book here for baptism. And what happened is that the baby, the infant that I was baptizing, I didn't know what gender they were. I didn't know if it was a boy or a girl. I couldn't tell by the name. The parents had picked a very kind of modern name. No offense. It was a perfectly beautiful name, but I couldn't tell because it wasn't clearly a boy's name or a girl's name. Just looking at the baby, the facial features, the baptismal garment they're wearing, I couldn't tell what gender was. So for most of the baptism, I was avoiding using specific gender pronouns, he or she or him or her. Now, if you've ever been to a baptism and listened closely to the prayers from the ritual book, you'll know that there are many instances where the minister is supposed to say he, she, him, or her. To give you an example, at the very beginning, there's a part where the minister, either the priest or deacon, will read, in asking for baptism for your child, you are undertaking the responsibility of raising him or her in the faith, so that, keeping God's commandments, he or she may love the Lord and his or her neighbor. Now, because I didn't know the sex of this child, for most of the baptism, I just avoided those pronouns and I just used something very, very neutral. And so I had to, on the fly, just as I was going through the text, make sure that I didn't say either he or she, because I didn't want the family to know that I didn't know the gender. And so I kept saying things like, you are undertaking the responsibility of raising your child in the faith, so that, keeping God's commandments, your child may love the Lord and their neighbor. And so most of the baptism, eventually I got to the point where I said, I can't do this anymore. I'm just going to guess. And so I just guessed that this child was a boy and started saying him and he, and luckily, I got it right. But how embarrassing it would have been for me if I guessed that this boy was a girl and the family goes, excuse me, Father? Yeah, this is a boy. I would have felt so horrible, but luckily I got it right. So that was not a moment that I want to repeat. But anyway, there are more moments in my ministry where stuff like this happened, which I'm going to share with you on this segment. So thank you for watching. Please pray for me, and as always, pray for more vocations to the priesthood.